Yep, we're not. I did zoom a little bit while we were watching there because it was a cool shot, but very briefly. Oh, but we were a little zoomed on Herc.
Fish or shrimp? Shrimp.
Shrimp. Those sponges really do look like flowers.
Ali and welcome. We are currently exploring an unnamed seamount west of Pulawana Island within the Palawan National Marine Sanctuary, which was mapped for the first time by EV Nautilus. If you have any questions, any comments, please send them over on nautiluslive.org. We have a
Oh, wow. Let's zoom on that anemone real quickly. Very cool. Shrimp in the background is Plesionica. Great, thank you.
more of these pillars.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Look at that on the right.
Yeah, incredible. Beautiful. Yeah. There's a lot of sand too.
There is, yeah. Just like in channels between these pillars. There's a fish down the bottom left.
that?
Cusk eel. Not sure which one.
It's got those pectoral fin spines that go out almost like a bathygatid.
Yeah, those are individual
barnacles.
rays. Yeah, the cusk eels have either one or two rays left of their pelvic fin. It's little feelers on the bottom.
Looks like two.
Two on each side, total of 4.
How big? How big do you think it is?
Oh, this guy looks like it's maybe 30 centimeters long. About a foot. Great, thank you. Did you see something up ahead, Greta?
I think it was just a rock.
Okay. Bathypathes on top of the rock there.
Zoom in there.
Great, thank you.
Coming wide.
Yeah, right? These rocks are so cool. Here we have another landslide.
Yeah, a lot of talus.
What could cause a landslide? Like earthquakes?
Earthquakes, just very slow erosion over time, undercutting features, and then having pieces, you know, with natural fractures in the rock break and fall down. And
Thank you.
yeah, this feature is certainly based on the general geology of the area, it's tens of millions of years old, so a lot of time has passed.
Is it possible to like see an earthquake underwater?
Yeah, I imagine it's rather terrifying. Typically
There are
what
videos
happens,
of them on YouTube.
Oh wow.
Yeah, people scuba diving and experiencing an earthquake.
Oh no.
Yeah.
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 In
That's
Japan or
scary.
Indonesia,
Everything just got agitated underwater and sediment came up. Yeah, you have to hold on if you, I mean, if you let go, you'll just kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, be steered around in the water, but.
Oh no, that's terrifying. Yes, Greta? What were you gonna say?
nothing. It's like it's pretty common in Japan
Mhm.
or Indonesia too, because earthquakes there are very common and usually also very strong, like intense magnitude. So, and I'm saying those two countries because they're a popular diving destination, so there's more chance
Oh,
for people to be underwater while that happens as well.
thank you for that.
one of the things that frequently happens in trenches, like the Palau Trench, if there's an earthquake, the sides of the trenches over many, many years build up sediment. It's falling downhill, it's forming little mounds on the sides of the trench, there's detritus coming down from the surface, and because trenches are subduction zones, they're prone to earthquakes, which is why Japan has so many, for instance. There's a trench right offshore. But when that happens, all of those sediments on the sides, they can be fluidized. The vibration can basically shake them loose, and they create what's called a turbidity flow. So the water that has all the mud now that's suspended in it has a higher density than all the surrounding water. Wow, that is a really cool sponge. The anthemmassis is pretty and it's red, but let's go look at the sponge in the
Yeah,
back.
it's so weird that.
And so you get basically what amounts to an underwater avalanche, and you just, this flow can come down slope at really, really high speeds. You can get several meters a second speeds of flow. And it scours everything out and brings all of those sediments down into the axis of the trench.
Wow. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
What is that?
That is a huge, maybe ferronematid sponge.
Is that a glass sponge?
It is a glass sponge.
It looks like a
This
couch.
thing is got one hell of a beard.
Interesting architectural design.
Yeah.
Coming wide.
It's like it looks like a footrest. Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is another case of that yellow demo sponge sort of colonizing on top of a dead Tretopleura sponge. And we have another basket star.
So we just got a question from one of our viewers about that huge glass sponge. What is the beard made of? Is it still glass?
Yeah, that's
and
actually
what?
made out of many, many threads of glass. And the brown color probably comes from the sort of the biofilm that grows on top of it. Lots of microbes and other microorganisms sort of creating a film on top of it. But if you clean that, it ends up looking very transparent. Not completely transparent, but it is made of glass.
Oh, thank you. Ooh. It's a pretty basket star.
Yeah. Can we get the lasers off for just a minute?
Yep.
Coming wide.
Wow. Yeah, there's a barnacle, gooseneck barnacle right
Gooseneck
next to the
barnacle,
Venus
yeah.
flytrap anemone.
There are delicacy in Europe,
Yeah.
in Portugal, yeah.
Hmm.
Which one?
I've eaten them actually. Yeah,
How
they
are
were
they?
pretty good.
Barnacles.
I definitely, no, I didn't. They are
No?
a bit unsettling how they look like.
Ah. So there's
We actually
the
eat them here too.
Wait, what have you eaten?
The barnacles.
Oh, the
Yeah.
barnacles.
I've eaten gooseneck barnacles in the Pacific Northwest, and they're not bad. And then down in Chile, they have these huge regular shaped barnacles with a shell. They're probably 10 centimeters across. And they cook them in the shell, and then you just, the pieces on top, you pull them out and you eat the meat from the valves of the opening of the barnacle.
Oh. What do they taste like? Barnacles.
A lot like shrimp.
I think the gooseneck ones taste like. Have you eaten trochus before?
I haven't.
I think it's similar to trochus.
Similar to that, yeah.
And actually the texture too.
Because in case our viewers don't know, they are crustaceans, like the shrimps. That's why
Yes.
they taste like
Yeah,
that.
Yes,
yeah. But I make them in pasta if you're interested, Greta.
I should,
Next time,
Yeah,
call me.
yeah.
next time in Palau, I should visit your house. That sounds amazing. So, how do Italians prepare barnacle?
Well, hold on here. Yep.
Ooh.
So Asako's in the chat. She says that she also eats barnacles in Japan, and they taste like shrimp or crab. And noted that in response to that question from a viewer a bit ago about the glass sponge fibers, that the longest one observed, or one of the longest ones observed, was 3 meters. A glass fiber made by an animal 3 meters long.
That's wild. Another viewer was just like, I think they're just really amazed by the fact that a sponge could be made out of glass. How exactly is it made from glass? I can't seem to wrap my head around that because it seems so wild.
Yeah, I don't know the cellular physiology that goes behind secreting the silicon dioxide, but that's what's happening, and I don't know the details of that. Yeah, unfortunately. But.
No, thank you. And I don't think it's like super unusual to know that some sea creatures are made of glass. I know that diatoms, which are
Yep. Yeah.
Exactly.
you know, phytoplankton, they're really cool because they produce a lot of the oxygen that we breathe, actually, and they are also made of glass. I think you've also, there's a chance for our viewers that you've probably seen them at like a garden supply store. Diatomaceous earth is actually those glass skeletons that diatoms are made of.
Yeah, really good point, Amanda. That, yeah, there's quite a few animals that do this.
Yeah.
I think people
Organisms
think that it's
that
like
do this. Sorry.
glass is in like similar to like the glassware that you have at home, but it's not the same. It's
Yeah.
Sponges
More
regadrella.
silica.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
maybe more similar to the
While
raw
we're
fiber
at
glass.
it, if we can, never mind. We'll see the next one. There's a Victorogorgia coral
this is-
over there.
Also, why some of the sand, or a lot of the sand found a very great depth below the carbonates, where the carbonates cannot exist, is made
Yeah,
out
where it
of
dissolves,
silica,
right? Yeah.
of glass, and it's mainly made by diatoms shells that just fall at depth. And I guess the sponges are sort of recycling this
Yeah.
glass.
That's interesting to think about.
These sponges are actually a little different. These might be rossellids down here. Can we take a look at those? They have really big oscula, or the openings in the top. Yep, all I can say is rossellid. These sponges are not terribly well described. Great, thanks.
So Asako is giving us another fun fact. The glass sponges were actually bought in Japan by the European tourists in the past, and it was a very popular souvenir from Japan.
What? Okay, that's super cool. I think Megan mentioned to me that the glass sponges with the shrimp in them are dried and given as gifts. Like, is that true in Japan?
Let's see what Asako
Let's
says.
see what Asako says.
Perhaps
I,
you can
I
verify.
don't know.
That's really cool.
I'd
You
buy
can
one.
own your own little sponge dungeon.
I would love that.
But it's, yeah, I feel like he's gonna feed up a market that's gonna eventually damage the population.
no.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't advise to buy
Corals
ocean
as souvenirs.
That's
like
true.
shells or like sponges, because yeah, it might get a negative impact on the ecosystem.
No, thank you for that point. I think I'll just think of them in my dreams.
Yeah, but I would love to have one too.
Yeah.
but no.
You can come to the lab and visit one of these that's currently drying
I
as a
would.
specimen. So before you
Yep.
leave, you should come check it out. We have several really incredible sponge specimens that we've collected, but specifically we have one of the regadrillas. It's this beautiful matrix that's hanging out to dry right now.
Thank you, Noelle. Oh, that's wonderful. I would love to.
So Zako is confirming. She said it is true, but
That's
it was
great.
a
Thanks,
long
Josh.
time ago.
Oh, interesting. Thank you, Asako. Let's see, someone in a chat added that diatomaceous earth is an excellent treatment for pests in your garden and home. The skeletons scratch and tear up insect shells like walking on knives. Ooh, that's really interesting. But I have used it as a very good insect repellent, so I think it's really interesting that you can take this sort of powdered glass from diatoms and use it in just your gardens. So,
Here we've got another big Trudopleura sponge.
It's got eyes.
Yeah,
oh,
Beautiful
the eyes?
a
eyelashes.
couple of
Big
anemones for
eyelashes.
eyes. Yeah,
Like a
that's
face.
fantastic.
Why the long face?
you look so expressive. Is that a little crino?
What do you see?
The yellow thing? What is that?
Yep, crinoid on the right.
The eyelashes.
And then
on
I think
the
we've got a
vessel
little
choice and type in your
Brittle star, kind of the pink arms sticking out.
observation sponge with eyelashes.
With eyelashes.
And it's got a hand outreaching to grab something.
Those eyelashes are the envy of girls nowadays.
Yeah.
Look how pretty she looks.
Beauty. She's Grace. She's a huge sponge with anemones on her face.
And just nothing behind it. Shallow.
Oh no, Menzel! That's so...
That's
Oh my
fantastic.
god! You're roasting this poor sponge?
That's great. Thanks, Josh.
I believe in your beauty. Thank you for letting us witness you. Ali, and welcome. We are currently exploring an unnamed seamount west of Puluana Island within the Palau National Marine Sanctuary, which was mapped for the first time by EV Nautilus. If you have any questions, any comments, please send them over on nautiluslive.org.
Can we look at this on the left there? Can't tell if that's a coral or a sponge from a distance.
Yeah. Sorry, you're so quiet.
Coral.
Oh,
Yeah, Josh, I can't hear you actually.
Same.
I will boost Josh.
yeah. That's
Yep,
better.
now
yeah.
I can hear you.
You're like a little
It's
whisper
kind of
in the wind.
Has the downturned polyps, so I think it's Narella, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, who
No,
is
it's
she
not.
talking to?
Do we have any more
Just the
Zoom?
voices.
Yeah, let's go full zoom.
Is it a bamboo?
That's what I'm wondering.
Let's see, Isako is
it's a
right
bamboo.
here.
Yep, it's bamboo. Great, thank you. Can we zoom on this one here too? Looks like a pair. You know, Megan talks about having the Paragorgia versus hemicorallium having a yellow versus a white base, but I can't see the distinction.
Tiny hermit crab?
Oh yeah, little hermit crab down there. Asaka's suggestion was push on the coral. If it breaks, it's hemicorallium. If it doesn't, it's Paragorgia. But I don't really want to do that. I think the primnoid on the right is Narella, based on those downturned polyps. It could be Calyptrophora, but
It's like the coral equivalent of a witch test.
Yep, and that was hemicorallium. See, I didn't even. What was that, Vanessa?
That was so fun.
Oh, jellyfish,
That's
jellyfish.
wild. What is a witch
Jellyfish.
test?
Like if a
Gone.
woman drowns, she's not a witch.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
There
Yeah.
was a, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What do you see,
There
Greta?
was a
Or if
jellyfish.
she
swimming
weighs
in
as
the
much as a
pond.
duck.
I think he just ran away. Yeah.
Very close to the camera.
It passed here and then.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking, we see all the corals are always in grouped together. I think other than being favorable condition, I guess corals in the deep sea, the only cue they will have as a settlement inducer would be the presence of similar organisms.
Yeah, that would definitely be one of the cues, for sure.
In the shallow water where competitions between corals is very much
Right,
higher,
it's a very important thing there, isn't it?
perhaps they rather
Yeah. With high
settle
cover. Yeah,
in places which have more cover of other settlement inducers,
right.
such as coral incrustose algae or certain kinds of biofilms. But it feels like in the deep sea, the only thing that they can rely on is just the presence of other similar organisms with similar life strategies.
Definitely is likely to be an important cue. There's a few studies that have suggested that larvae settling on surfaces actually can detect shear. And
So
if that's true,
yeah.
then they might hop up, plant themselves down, and find some place that has a lot of shear as well.
But not too
And
much.
use, well, right, otherwise they get peeled off, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What were you saying, Josh? Whoa.
I cannot hear you, Josh, still.
You're very quiet. Yeah. Like you're whispering in all of our ears.
That's probably why.
Aha.
Hi, Josh.
Hi.
Yay, that's a
There
lot
he
better.
is.
Welcome back.
That makes sense, because I've been boosting Josh's audio nonstop.
So now
How
he's
does
just-
no one hear
I
me?
guess when we switched over, I just assumed I
Yeah.
was still in SPL.
Sorry.
Sorry. My bad. Didn't check all my things.
It's all good.
I like to not surprise people with being honest.
But
I just
love
always think I am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hearing
that's
you
a
on
good
SPL.
plan.
So
Story for not.
I have a
That's a
question
rock.
for the pilots. How come you switch occasionally?
Well, Nautilus is a training vessel, and we always try and find time to get people some time to learn new systems. So I'd actually say I haven't been doing a very good job of getting Rye in here to get some more hours on flying Herc, but trying to continue, training and getting hours and time on the different systems is a pretty key part of our mission. So it's important that everyone gets a turn at operating Herc when we have the opportunities.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. Rye, how do you feel about like piloting Herc versus Atalanta?
Yeah. I mean, they're different. They're different roles.
Let's zoom on this black. there.
I feel like
Zoom in, please.
HercSeed has a lot more responsibility, and there's a lot more like human element to it of kind of balancing everything in the van. But I kind
Zoom in more,
of
please.
currently enjoy both equally. So
Looks like
Thank
bad
you for that.
patties. Thank you.
Okay, we'll come wide. I think there's another one of those really big sponges off to my right. The white sponge we were looking at earlier. Can see it in Atalanta.
Oh, I see it now too in the still camera.
Do Jaden and Sarah also fly Herc occasionally?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yep, Jaden's our intern, ROV intern, and they've been flying Herc and running the arm, which is probably one of the more difficult things to pick up when you've never done that type of thing before. But yeah, Jaden's been doing awesome. Got some rock samples, been flying the ROV, just really doing amazingly well. For first times on operating these types of systems. It's not easy, takes a lot of practice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shout out Jaden.
Jaden's super cool.
And Sarah as well. Sarah's doing amazing.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Whoa. Another one of the Tritopleura.
So beautiful.
Yeah, they really are. Another small one there.
Oh, we got a viewer comment for you, Rye.
What?
So it says, believe it or not, this is really one of Rye's first expeditions really piloting Herc. It's amazing to see how far they've come in such a short time. So yay.
Who dat?
I'm not too sure, but
Show yourself.
Anonymous.
you have a lot of cheerleaders.
Who knows me?
Ooh, can we zoom in, please?
Well, funky little thing.
Yeah, beautiful anemone.
Okay, we'll come wide. I'm a little bit ahead.
Actina stolid, I think. Oh, can we check out the yellow coral right
Yeah,
there?
we'll zoom back in.
Josh, can we zoom in on
Chris Kelly
Tricops?
is back. He says Actinaridae.
Yeah.
Actinurnidae is the anemone.
So cool.
This is probably a paramuricid. Although every once in a while there's an acanthogorgia in there just to make things challenging. Great, thanks.
Okay, we'll come wide.
So we got a viewer question for the room. In between dives, what does the team do for fun aboard ship?
Sleep.
Oh, sleep is nice. The
Or
beds
try
are so
to.
comfy.
In between dives, we're working.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Moon
Working
howling.
hard to
Oh,
get
Lord.
everything back in the water again, yeah. It's that's the busy time.
The science team spends that time processing all of our
Processing
samples,
samples, yeah.
and writing up all the reports from this, summarizing what happened, creating all the data products. There's also a gym on the boat, so some folks like to spend time in the gym and sleeping and eating.
Oh, yeah. All very fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
like-
the nav team's mapping our dive sites out before we get in here. So that consumes most of our time.
Well, if you have any time, we still have to do a listening party for your new album. We just have to be your speaker, and yeah, and just jam out. Are you down, Dad?
Yeah, we'll keep an ear out for a speaker.
Awesome. What is it like working out in the gym here as the ship sways and tilts and all that?
Excellent question. Greta and I were in there together the other day when we were underway, and I was falling over a little bit. So it can be tricky. There are
Can you zoom in,
definitely
please?
exercises you can't do.
Got a fish on the left.
Walking on the treadmill can also be really disorienting when you're underway. You're kind of like holding on
Oh
to
my
the
goodness.
edges.
There's
It's
more
a
of
little,
Lots of motion.
little baby Arutogorgia. Let's go left and look at the fish. I think
a
it's a
little
rat tail.
baby.
Yep.
What do I do for fun? I look at the sunset. That's always really nice. And the sunsets in Palau have been absolutely stunning.
Go zoom in, please.
Yeah. Sunset in Parao or something special.
We've had lots of people give talks as well when we've had longer transits and learned
Oh,
about
wow.
people's work.
Sea cucumber? I know, Jeff, you don't care about it now that there's
Not
a
right
rat tail in
now.
the
Not
Rat
right
tail,
now.
rat tail. Amazing. Is this also a kumba or a different?
Yeah, this may be a bigger one. Or it may be Coryphonoides. I'm not sure which. Hoping we can get just a little bit more zoom.
Okay. You got any more? Yeah.
Wow.
Totally scaled nose. It's great. Okay, let's zoom out.
Okay.
I am
come
not
wide.
sure what it is. It may be Coryphonoides though. Smaller one.
Not typically. I did just there because I was just saying, if I touch down, then I'll hold auto heading and then I can move my camera a bit, which is why I like to have my camera slow, because then if those come up, I don't have to like throw the camera on. But when I'm trying to do just flying zooms, then no, I don't like autos on. Yeah, every red is a little different. I try and I can either lead the zoom, so you start your zoom a little ahead where you know it's going to be like in position, which takes a bit of practice, but a lot of times it's about keeping the vehicle in a position to zoom, like trying your best not to get behind, because then it gives you the time. Which is why I sweep back and forth. So when we move, when I do, this is all on purpose, like all these little back and forth moves, so I get to see more seafloor rather than just flying straight, so I can cover more ground, we can see more things. But really working at keeping the vehicle in a position to zoom as much as possible. So moving like really slow, staying close to the seafloor, and then try not to bump into anything as well, which is all tricky to put together sometimes.
Wow.
We'll
Can we
in,
zoom
please?
on the basket star and the
Yep.
other associates on this? Looks like the sponge is pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Nice chrysogorgic coral behind it.
And then one other thing I do, which I've been doing more lately, is when we're zooming in, I don't look at the Zeus. I look at the upper, because that tells me tells me how stable I am, and tells me how if I'm moving closer, and then also if I'm going to bump into anything. So I'm actually watching this camera.
Okay.
And
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you. We'll come wide. We'll come wide, please. Actually, like trying to do both at the same time. So you're watching the zoom, but you're also watching your position relative to like the rocks and stuff. And you can drift and yeah. So really like, because you want to be as stable as possible. So I use the upper camera to look at the general stability of the vehicle and try and make it really still, and then kind of like eyeball up the zoom. With you're sort of using both simultaneously. Yeah. Yeah.
I have to commend your teaching skills, Josh. That was very informative. I feel like like I would love to try piloting, but you know, like that was so smooth. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, like piloting is easy. Like if I stay up here up the seafloor and I'm way up high and free from everything, I can just zoom around and everything's all great. But if you want to do like science ROV flying, you got to be like centimeters. You got to keep on a hill. You want to keep the bumper bar like just above the rocks. Like we're talking within a foot. So, because you want to go slow. So you have to be like really careful, really intentioned.
Shrimp.
And
Oh.
yeah. So like I can see this rock coming to the right. I'm looking at my upper cam and I can keep the vehicle just in front of it. There's something cool to look at that'll like I'll just bring into view. from the side because I can see to my other camera. So there it is. And then,
Oh, let's look at this whip right here.
yeah. So I like to lead Jeff into that nice because I know he's going to want to look at it. So I
awesome.
bring it into view
Yeah.
and then stabilize. So I'll wait. So I'm waiting for the zoom. And now I'm stable because I'll zoom in. Now I'd look at the wide field and I'd try and slow this vehicle down and try and make it really stable.
Little squad lobster.
Oh, tiny. Thank you for that insight, Josh.
Yeah.
I love that there's so much intention behind every movement that is chosen
yeah.
when it comes to piloting.
Oh, this is very cool.
It's when you're done your 4 hours, if you sit here for 4 hours, your concentration level is very high. There's a lot going on, a lot of multitasking. So you're exhausted at the end of 4 hours.
You're like exhausted, but sometimes I'm kind of wired.
Yeah.
You're like,
Okay, we'll come white, please.
So that's probably trizopathes.
I feel like we haven't seen that one really.
Yeah, that seemed like a new one.
Yeah. I'm going to find out if I would pause for a moment
Oh, okay.
just to
Let's stop
see
the ship.
if that's something we need to collect or not.
Can have a look over here in the meantime. This is a cool look in the wide angle. Look at that 180 is
Yeah.
super cool little feature. Lots of things, crevices.
So cool. You also had a few fans in the chat, Josh.
Oh, sweet. Hello.
Some of them are asking, will Josh be on future expeditions? I need to know if I need to get new cheerleader pom-poms.
Oh yeah, I will most certainly be on more expeditions. I'll be on the next one. I'm not sure how many I've done over the years, but I've been coming to the Nautilus for, this is my 11th year I've been out on the ship.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We're so grateful to have you.
Well, thank you. And you too.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, you know, like you two mentioned earlier that you kind of feel tired but wired at the end of each watch.
Mm-hmm.
How do you kind of wind down and, you know, just kind of center yourself?
I like to go outside, although I like to eat lunch outside, but although it's been a little muggy for that, so I haven't been doing that as much.
Can we look at this odd, maybe old sponge structure up here to the top?
Sure. What are your thoughts about a sample of that other piece?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Yep.
All right, we'll zoom in, please.
Looks like an upside down coral head or something.
Or maybe one of those great big fan sponges that's fallen on its side.
This is really weird. It's really big. Chris Kelly, our sponge expert, is like, on the chat.
That's a big sponge.
Stumped.
Looks like there's other little sponges growing on it, like that little one right. Is that a different sponge? Can we zoom in more?
Yeah, that does look like a different sponge growing on it.
Yeah.
It's like when old growth trees fall over and little
Yeah.
trees grow out of it.
Yeah, like the nurse log in the forest.
Yeah,
Yep.
totally.
But this has such a weird texture to it. This doesn't look like a glass sponge.
This also looks like a fossil coral, but clearly it's not.
So interesting. What is on it?
We've got a lot of brittle stars. That other sponge there, it looked like a little snail. There's quite a lot of things living on it. Okay, well, it's very strange.
Welcome
Chris
back,
Kelly
please.
is advising us, don't bother trying to collect a piece because after the sponge dies, the spicules start to degrade, and then you can't identify it anymore. So, We will move on. There's some more dead sponge down there.
That's fun to go.
Interesting. We also got another gracious viewer comment. Yeah, we all love the pilots. They are the unsung heroes. The video technicians are also the champs of making all the great footage for us to see. So that's a little shout out for you, Max. Thank you for all your zooms and your focuses.
I'll take it. Thanks for the shout out.
All these trays.
Yeah, there's like
Down.
a crevice in the rock or something.
Yeah, I think we can
Let's-
start the ship up again, another 10.
Let's zoom on these corals here.
Okay. Zoom in, please.
Looks like a Bathypathes on the below. And then the one up above.
Let's zoom some more, please.
Oh, cool.
I think it's Norella. Droopy polyps. Yep. Chris Kelly agrees. Okay.
Okay, come wide, please.
It looks like we just got another shout out to the bridge crew along with the navigation team. So that's to you, Dan, and to the bridge crew. Thank you so much for moving us around.
Appreciate the support.
Oh, thank you to our viewers for all this kindness. It's been wonderful to be able to experience the deep sea with all of you. And so wonderful that we are able to make all of these connections and do all of this together.
I'm so sad that this is the last day.
Yeah, me too.
We had such a nice time, wonderful time.
Mm-hmm. If we're lucky, we can do it again.
Yeah.
It's been so wonderful to meet all of you and to share these moments with you.
We have another watch still.
We have one more watch.
One more watch tonight.
One more watch.
I'm super grateful.
I did enjoy the moon howlings last night for those who showed up.
Did you guys do it?
Yep.
Yes, and the bridge team was very concerned. Someone came out and was like, "Are you good?"
Oh, you didn't notify them.
You know, with the
We should
flashlight.
have let them know.
So,
Just making sure someone hadn't fallen overboard or something, right?
yeah. So just for context for our viewers, there was a note on our schedule, and it was new and in a different handwriting than we usually read. And it said, at 2100 at 9 o'clock, we were supposed to go out on the monkey deck and howl at the moon.
This is the deck above the bridge, the highest point you can get on the boat.
Yeah, and I want to say that it was wonderful. And
Even though there was no moon.
there was no moon for about half an hour.
It's behind the clouds.
It did come out, and we howled at every shooting star that passed by, too.
Oh, beautiful. We saw the Milky Way, just a sea of stars to howl at. And it was such a cathartic and amazing experience. Would highly recommend.
This is to add to what we do when we are not on watch.
Yeah, we were not on watch.
We do moon howling. Oh, fish?
Hey, we'll zoom in, please.
We're gonna get this, Jack.
This is Kumba.
Hello, Kumba.
Let's stop the ship.
Okay, let's stop the ship, please. All right, let the games begin.
Can we zoom in a little bit more?
Sure.
This one's a little on the large side, so
Still pretty big.
I don't know. What do you think, Josh?
it's like a
Should
foot
we
long,
try, or
isn't
should
it?
we just keep looking for a smaller one?
Um,
It's pretty big.
it's pretty big. I think.
Yeah,
it
let's
would-
keep going.
Okay.
Yeah,
And it's tough in these like little.
in the
you're very-
gullies.
Well, yeah, you're very like boxed in.
Yeah.
I'm already bumping the bottom. I haven't even started chasing yet.
I don't know. Might be coming to us. No,
No? Okay.
no.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Keep moving.
Thank you to our viewers for all of these sweet and gracious comments. I'm so glad that you've enjoyed your time with us. One of them said, I've watched every dive for the last 3 years, and I have
What?
to thank all of you who
Wow.
have been in the van. You are all amazing and make everything so interesting, and your knowledge is fantastic. Also, the Nautilus crew are fantastic. Thank you from Australia.
That's really impressive.
Wow,
that
that's
you've been
super
watching
cool.
me.
That is a
Yeah.
dedicated.
I wonder how much this person slept over the past.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's really interesting to know that, like, we are a part of these people's lives. And, you know, we're in their kitchens. Like, we're with them throughout all of these, like, these moments. And I think it's such a privilege and an honor to be able to share that. Thank you for, you know, sharing our wonder for the deep sea and what we can find in this world that we live on.
I got a great picture yesterday of the Nautilus live stream up on one of the big TVs at Mbari.
That's cool.
Oh,
That
really?
is cool.
That's really neat.
For those that don't know, Mbari also does the same sort of stuff,
Mhm.
deep sea ROV exploration.
I see we have a number of people from Palau watching. If you guys are available tomorrow at 6:30, come to Kramer's. We'll have a live interaction with the patrons there. So come and join us and ask some questions.
Sulang plus plus.
We'll zoom
Yeah.
in, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, either way, I don't know. It's kind of working, or we can do 20s. Just if we want to stop, it just takes, you know. I think I don't know. It's your call. It's not looking. It's steep, but it's not too bad. Yep. Okay, we'll come wide, please. Same slope.
Cool. Oh, it also looks like I got a shout out. Thank you, Amanda, for keeping us in the loop with what's going on and being our connection between the team and the world. Also, Pinoy pride. Always got to represent the motherland. Thank you so much.
I think all these shout outs are really fun, Amanda, because it just truly shows that it really does take a village, and there's lots of people involved in what you're seeing whenever people are watching the live stream, and every role is incredibly important. And it's really cool to have such excellent people in each of those roles.
Thank you for that, being an excellent person yourself. Like, it really goes to show that science doesn't take one person, it takes a whole community. And, you know, it's not just for scientists. You definitely have a place in it. We have our video engineers, we have our pilots, our navigators, our cultural liaisons, our storytellers. You know, it takes everyone to do this.
And the boat crew.
Yeah.
And the chefs.
Yeah.
And the
Oh
chefs.
my
Out to the
God,
the
chefs.
chefs.
Make
Shout
that
out to the
amazing
chefs.
food for us.
Exceptional
So
for
true.
morale. Yesterday they made like these lemon pies with shortbread crust. It was amazing. And for snack time at 3 o'clock, they made biscotti.
I miss
Yeah.
the lemon pie. Oh
I
my
miss
God.
the lemon
I
pie
It
also
was
too.
miss the
wanna
lemon
try.
pie.
Phenomenal.
I know, I made it. Like, ah, damn.
The biscotti was really nice.
It was
Yeah.
so
I
good.
did
Those
enjoy
are
that.
called cantucci, guys. That's a very popular thing that we eat in Italy.
On
We
the
actually
left.
eat
Sorry
those
to the
with wine.
Italians.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then
Sorry,
the name is
Italians.
cantucci. When I saw them, I was, oh, wow.
It was so tender. It didn't break my teeth like,
Yeah.
you know, others did.
Zoom in, please.
So a biscotti breaks your teeth and that doesn't?
My tender enamel.
Yeah, one of the things you notice when you come back for multiple expeditions is that, like, the van and the kind of little ecosystem in here is different every time, and it's just so neat to just see the differences of that.
Oh, thank you for that insight. I hope that you've been enjoying like your time
Thanks
with
for
this
the zoom.
particular-
Okay, we'll come
Yeah.
by, please.
I always do.
Oh, wow. Let's check out this stock.
A little bouquet.
Hey, we'll zoom in, please.
I think we're going to need to try to get a close-up zoom on the yellow portions.
Okay, we'll push in more, please. Yeah, we can, is that all the zoom you got? You got more, yeah.
Not sure what this stuff is. Chris Kelly is suggesting bryozoans.
Oh, really? So
There's zoanthids on there. Brittle stars. Might be some sort of clatorized sponge there or something. Little white tentacles. Yeah, I think we're going to collect.
Okay, I'll stop the ship, please.
Let's see what Asako says.
Cool.
Let's come wide for a second, and I'll just kind of perch in front, and
Yep.
we can really get a good shot of it.
Yeah, so Josh, maybe, you know, taking that end piece right there. Something like that.
Okay, I'll zoom back in, please. And then you may need to reposition the ship a little bit so we don't have Atalanta like pass us.
Okay. Come back.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, now I see the bryozoan thing because I can see all of the little feeding appendages coming off the branches there. Yeah, let's take a snip.
Bridge, can we come
Right
8
there.
meters bearing
Okay. You wanna do that, or do you want me to-
270?
Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we'll come wide, please.
Where are we gonna put it?
We've got lots of open space.
Nice.
Any of this small starboard bio boxes are open.
Okay.
Forward bio boxes are also open. We currently just have one rock, so
Okay. Sounds good.
Pause before you grab this. There is
Yeah.
Chris. Oh, okay. The whole colony of the yes. Go ahead for the snip where we were talking
Yeah,
about.
okay.
At one point, I thought one of our scientists was suggesting we take the whole stock, but no, just one of the bryozoan
Yeah, okay.
colonies. So
The whole stock would have been another fun subsample
yeah.
to write down.
Noel, can you tell me what sample number we're on?
Yeah, this will be 084.
Thanks.
Can we do a half zoom video?
Yeah.
Push in more. Make sure I'm...
Yeah, it's all going to be the right angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah,
does
there
that
you go.
look better? There we go. All right.
Crumbly. Oh, you better grab it. You've snipped it. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Nice.
All right. Okay,
Sorry.
come on.
A little bit. I mean, we could go for the starboard box. That's a little
It's a little...
more challenging, I would say. Or maybe the forward one would be a bit easier.
Yeah, both forwards are open.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe do you want to... Because I think it could crumble. Like if you knocked it, it could.
Yeah, it would crumble.
So,
Yeah, I think front is a good idea.
Retracted.
Yeah.
Yeah, full wide, please.
So where are we? We stashing this in the front?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just worried if we like, sometimes in the starboard box you can bump the side, and I'm just worried about it being so crumbly.
Yeah,
that it might
it is
break.
very brittle.
So I will open
Yeah, you
the
gotta
box
bring
a
it
little bit. It's spicy. I'm going to slow that down.
Okay. Let's put the level on. Okay. Let's get in here.
Oops.
Okay. I'm gonna open there.
Yep, looks good. Nice.
Just open the tiniest amount.
Mm-hmm.
All
Okay,
right.
nice one.
And sorry.
Thanks, folks. That was great.
Nexing did not work. There we go. Okay.
Okay. We're good on this spot.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
keep going.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything else to look at.
We can do another 10 meters, 128. Thank you.
something in upper. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa.
I wish I could like
Such a-
walk around these features. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. There's a nice little garden on top of this.
Metacrinus and
One to the right here. is pretty
Calyptophora,
cool
those
too.
lyrate ones.
Just looks like it's from a different planet.
Another little one over here. That's pretty. That's pretty cool.
So
I'm trying to remember the name of the national park in the U.S. Southwest that has these tabletop-like pillars.
I know
Is it Moab or not? I can't
Yeah.
remember
Could
which
it
one.
be Pinnacles?
Canyonlands.
Canyonlands, something like that. Yeah, it's what this
Utah?
yeah.
Pinnacles
Z-
in California has this
Yeah.
sort of thing.
it's usually
Zion's super cool too in Utah.
Yeah, I've been to Zion. It's just amazing.
I did a bunch of mountain biking through all that area. It's super cool.
Just to the right, on the bottom. We zoom right on that, right there. I think that may be a small fish or a shrimp. And now it's not moving anymore. Whatever it is, I think has gone underneath that ledge.
Okay.
Bless you. There is definitely a fish up to the right,
To the right.
but it's drifting in the water column. So let's just keep going.
Okay. What was another
Can
one
we?
of those that
Yeah,
followed
let's
over
look
again?
at this over here.
Yeah, looks similar to. Same but different.
These look like giant toppled coral colonies.
Okay, let's zoom in, please. Wonder if this is foreshadowing for what we're going to see up higher.
Yeah.
And they also don't really look like deep sea corals, but more like
Okay.
leaf shallow water corals.
Yeah. Can we reach out with a manipulator arm and just touch the edge of this stuff and see if
stop the
this
ship.
breaks or?
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. You know, is this fossilized coral or is
No,
this
manganese
something
crust.
else?
That's what they're saying.
Okay, we'll come wide, please.
There's no crust on it.
Right.
Perhaps we'll find some of these on the top of the seamount, and these are just falling down.
Yeah, could be.
Also, Chris is starting to believe this might be a coral.
Really a coral, not a sponge.
Don't know.
Like an old one?
Because if this is a coral, there would be calcium carbonate, and there would be a lot. And how do they build all of that without sunlight?
It's massive.
So
All of the reef building deep water corals are things like Lophelia and Selenosmilia and Elopsamia. They're all branching, you know.
Jeff,
Yeah.
where do we want to touch?
Just try to,
I want to circle an area.
sure, something right in there. Just
Yeah, okay.
very gently try to lift up on it and just see if, and maybe if we can zoom in while you do
Yeah.
that so that we can see if it crumbles, breaks, get a
Alright,
better idea
tilt
of the
the camera
texture.
over. Do you have
That's
any
as
more? Oh,
far.
okay.
I can retract. Hold on.
Yeah, push in with the zoom. We'll try. So we want to try to lift up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very gently edge in here. Let's do this.
It's not very heavy. It's flexible.
Yeah, it's flexing a bit.
flexing the
Yeah.
whole plate there.
That was awesome, right? Super gentle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a little piece
Yeah,
kind of broke
okay.
off there. Yeah.
if a little piece is broken off there, I think maybe we should collect a piece of this.
Okay.
Could be if it's gonna break like that, I might have to like slurp it maybe.
Yeah, that sounds
Because
like a good
I think
idea.
if you try and grab it, it's just gonna.
Do you
do we want to
think-
get it more off, or do we think it'll float away?
We could.
I'd break more of it off. I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to float away.
Like,
Are you going to be able to reach it if it falls to the bottom here? I guess you
I
will.
I can
'cause you-
reposition if we need to.
Okay.
yeah. Oh
I'm
wow,
just
that's
thinking that
really
little piece there. There we go.
really crumbly. You could just balance it.
Yeah, just balance.
Just, yeah.
Just
play
balance
just
it on
the
the little
chest.
claw.
box,
Why
would
not?
you, Rye?
Just balance that little piece.
Okay.
Oh my
Alright,
God, I think you are.
accepted, all of you. Don't ever dare a
Oh yeah, it's
An ROV pilot.
pilot to do
Uh-huh.
anything.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I dare you to put that in the box.
Whoa.
Alright, I'm
That is
kidding.
You
I know,
rock.
I'm laughing. Okay, no, but actually,
But actually, I am going to do this.
do you want me to try?
Yeah,
Yes, I do
Oh, sure.
now. Now.
Just go super
Alright.
slow. Okay, gotta stop laughing now.
Okay,
Okay.
everybody, nobody make me
Oh,
laugh.
boy, serious,
Okay.
serious.
Super
Okay,
slow.
I gotta brace on
This is
everything
gonna be so
I
hard.
possibly
Let's
can.
don't lose this
Yeah.
bit.
When you kind of get it more center frame, we probably should zoom on it before we put it in the box.
Yeah.
No, just get it in the box. Just get it in the
Oh,
box.
we're good. We're good.
You
So
can
just
have your
remember,
cake and eat it too.
as you bring it in, you may have to rotate. You have to do that really slow.
Oh, which way though?
Probably to the right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, go for zoom. Let's take a look at it. It's a ridiculous
Okay, just
sample.
try and hold it there. I'll move the camera.
Yeah, this must be a sponge.
Do we
Yeah,
got-
this is
do we
got to
got
be
more zoom on that?
sponge.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it's definitely not coral. Okay.
It looks delicious.
Okay, come wide.
That's what I
Alright, we're
said.
going in the front box.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, take
Sure you
that
don't
over to
want
the
to put it in the
starboard box.
starboard? Oh,
Okay, I
those
am.
currents picking it up.
Oops, I'm gonna retract. Just tell us you want more zoom, just so you can watch it if you want. But
I took so many pictures.
zoom in, please.
Yeah.
Zoom in, quickly. Yep, thank you.
Wait, currents. Trying to steal it from me.
I'm gonna open the box
The
anyway.
tiniest amount of. Yeah, get that box open.
You're gonna come
Should we
higher.
put it in with the other, with the
Sure.
bryozoan fragment? They're
Yeah.
both fragile and, yeah.
Yeah,
It'll come wide, please.
whichever one they make it in.
Oh, we might just have to put it wherever it goes.
Wherever it goes. Yeah, just keep on. Yeah, nice. I think you're over the box now.
It's incredibly silly.
Sweet, that is awesome.
Oh,
Beautiful.
was-
nicely,
Wow.
nicely done.
Amazing.
Wow.
That was
That was
great.
like
Thank
that challenge where you put an egg on a spoon.
I dare you to catch a fish.
you. Manifesting it.
Oh, sweet.
All right.
All right. Thoroughly impressed.
I was holding my breath the entire time. I almost blanked out.
Yeah, that was
I knew
intense.
you had it. You did great.
Sometimes I do forget to breathe when I'm busy. If you ever hear me, just go like that. That's why.
Well, I could see you laughing with the arm.
I know.
It's like laughing. Like,
So
Shoulders were
I'm
shaking.
starting to wonder if this thing's really upside down or if this is actually, I mean, both
Like
of them
how
looked
it-
very
yeah.
much like this with the same kind of structure at the top. We're just going to have to see if we find more of these. If they had toppled, you wouldn't expect them to be exactly in the same orientation, you know?
Yeah. Unless
Um,
there's a pattern in this thing toppling down from uphill.
Yeah.
They just end up all like down here in the same way.
right. I just want to let you know that after that amazing collection, the fans are pouring in their love for you. We got amazing rye. Nautilus's ride or die. we got move of the year. Can breathe again.
I like that there was a moment there where I was
And
like,
then-
hey, but really though, like, what are we actually doing with this? And then you were all serious.
And then we also have Rye should hit up some claw machine games after that. On the off season, do the pilots handle the crane games at the fairs and the arcades?
I've never actually tried the claw game. I really should try it.
I think you would be amazing at it. That's so cool. Thank you, everyone,
Amazing feature.
to our friends in the chat.
okay.
Well, let's keep our eyes out for these things.
Sure. We can go
Going
10
forward,
meters
I'd really like to figure out what they are.
128.
They're very unusual.
Thank you.
If we can zoom on the Paragorgia or Hemicorallium,
Okay, let's zoom in, please.
the red thing.
Just either or.
Looks like a yellow base.
I would agree. That base does look yellow, Jeff.
What does that mean?
That does look yellow. So is that,
We don't know, but it means something.
I think I'm
It's
going for
pretty.
Paragorgia. I got a 50-50
Oh,
chance.
Chris says
Nope.
Paragorgia.
I'm going to go against,
Oh,
I'm gonna go against you there,
Paragorgias.
Jeff.
Oh, pretty.
yeah. Great, thank you.
Go, come on.
Would that be like chewy and then crunchy if you ate it?
We say wait for a taco.
Chewy.
Uh-oh,
No.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
How long till lunch? 30 minutes. It's about that time.
You'll find when you go home after being on the ship that you'll get hungry at mealtime.
Yeah,
It's
this
like
happens to me
instantly.
after every cruise.
Yeah, it's like
That's
it's
the
5
thing.
o'clock and I'm hungry. Like, what the heck's going on?
Did you see what that was?
Yeah, that's what I was
See the
looking
thing
at.
down low?
It's that like experiment where they rang dinner bells for dogs.
Oh, Pavlov. They
Yeah.
Pavlov
Yeah.
us.
Get
They
Pavloved
have.
into.
You'll zoom in, please.
So hard to see.
Great, thanks.
Go, come on.
That looked more like Clyptrophora than Narella, but I'm not certain. Nope, Chris goes with Narella. So if you guys can spin back around, actually, one of our coral experts, Asako Matsumoto, is hoping that you could just bump that Paragorgia very lightly. The red one right behind us.
Just a
We
little
think
poke.
that's Paragorgia? Oh, okay.
Yep, that guy. That one right there.
All right.
So what does the poking, the bumping,
You
like
want me to bump
determine?
it with like the arm or bump it with
Yeah.
the, yeah?
Or, yeah.
Okay.
or
If it's Paragorgia, it'll be super, like the base will be really tough.
Are you just gonna float?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think.
okay.
Or I can quickly perch. We're gonna have to do this. If we keep the ship moving, maybe we'll just stop the ship.
Yeah, we're stopped.
We're stopped, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna porch out.
Okay, bring the arm up.
Good. Alright, I'll slide here. I'm gonna
Are you gonna perch?
I'm gonna perch. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a nice little, that's a lovely little landing spot.
it's just made for it. Landing pad.
On this Coral's little island. Do you auto depth as you come down, or what?
No,
Oh.
no.
What
Oh,
is
you're
the green thing
A stick
on
lock.
the rock?
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, you use the button for the stick lock, right?
Or yeah, I do. I can't get
I feel like
used to
I've
that,
seen
but yeah.
That's
lot
fine.
of these.
Let's
On the rock.
Okay,
Yeah, let's center it up
let's
and
zoom
get-
at it when we.
Also-
Yeah,
in the
let's zoom in,
backside.
please.
And I thought
Is
they
there
were
any
just, like,
particular
spawned
way
on
you want to bump it? Just
Just a little poke.
like down there?
Just very, very
Yeah.
gently.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
That was flexible, wasn't it?
Yep, it
Yeah.
was, yep.
Okay.
You good?
1 second.
A few more scientific pokes
I
here.
can, yeah, I can poke it more in the
This is-
light.
Yeah,
if you
poke it
want.
one more time.
Doing a lot of scientific
love
pokey on
this.
this watch.
There.
Ooh, it's
This
so
is like
pretty.
threading a needle.
It is very pretty.
Yep. Okay. That tells us what we need to do. That should be
Nice.
Paragorgia. If we can
Come
tilt
on.
the camera down, there's
Sure.
something green and almost angular below the coral
Yeah,
on the
maybe
rock.
I would.
ROVGrab.
The blob.
Cool.
The blob.
Can we zoom
Zoom
in on
in,
that
please,
green
yeah.
thing?
What is that?
It's an, Interesting.
Tunicate
I'm
sponge?
gonna- yeah,
Tunicate?
my guess, colonial tunicate.
Yeah,
it's
I
also a
think
tunicate.
it looks like a colonial tunicate.
The random ROV.
Looks
pilot
like it
guess.
belongs in the intertidal though.
Yeah.
Oh.
That color.
Green.
Chris Kelly is saying it's edema sponge.
Oh,
Yeah, we have very
okay.
similar ones on the reefs. They have
cool.
the same pattern.
Oh.
He says or tunicate.
Or tunicate.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Well, we have very similar
Little
sponges to this.
caveat there.
The jury's out.
This does look similar to some shallow water encrusting sponges, but
Yeah, that's what I.
It
What
looks
they
like
usually still have like the clear oscules on it.
Okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
It's like
I've
a
always been
melted
blown
gummy
away how
bear.
like colonial tunicates, like they have jobs, like they all do different things within the colony. It's super cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't know that.
Like us. We all do different jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe we're all just a tunicate.
Yeah,
We're actually pretty closely related to tunicates.
we are.
We're
yeah,
closer
more
more the
close.
demo sponge.
They
closely
are
related.
chordates.
They are
Uh-huh.
you chordata.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, let's
It looks too similar to what
let's
we
go
see on
back
the
to my
reefs.
job of
There's
piloting the ROV.
So common.
Yeah.
All right, what am I doing? Porch in.
Were you about to pull out your brachiopod versus clam?
He definitely was.
We
Yeah,
are,
he was
we
going there.
are
We could
closer
all
to
feel it coming.
tunicates than a brachiopod is to a clam. For
Wait, what?
everyone that didn't know.
This is Max's unskippable dialogue.
It's got the NPC tunicate
Yeah.
brachiopod dialogue.
Thank you for that.
This is what happens when you get the science out into the wild. You just take over and say random things.
So brachiopod is your constant and everything is kind of around him?
Yeah, everything can be measured in proximity to brachiopods. It's like the degrees of Kevin Bacon.
How many degrees of separation between between whatever it is and the brachiopod, huh?
Was there one last expedition was like everything is either a sea pen or not a sea pen?
Yeah,
Which is like
it was such a
technically true.
simple phylogeny.
The two-step dichotomy.
It was so good at identifying things.
Put all taxonomists out of job.
Wow. this is a cool feature. I'm gonna come up this
Chris
wall.
Kelly in the chat says, to summarize about the green thing we just saw, I think it was a demo sponge or a tunicate. And Asako thinks it was a tunicate or a demo sponge. So that narrows it down.
Wow. It looked green apple flavored.
It did.
Apple flavored.
More like green snot flavored.
Oh no.
Oh, this is really cool. Look at this.
Oh, well, that's another basket.
Couple of basket stars.
See if I can give you the little pirouette here. Let's do like a partial zoom.
Wow. That's so cool.
How much time have I got? Oh, I got some
Now
time.
that's got to be hemicorallium with that base like that, or corallium.
One of the viewers said, "Don't tease me with false tunicate sightings." Signed, Tunicate Fan. Amazing.
Let's zoom in some more, please. Wow, that is so cool looking.
That's a lot of basket star.
So do the basket stars move? Or do they just generally just stay in one place?
There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 4 of them here, maybe 5.
Is there going to be anything left for the coral to feed on with all this basket stuff?
Yeah, it's intercepting all the food, I presume.
Yeah, Amanda, I think you had a very good question there. Can they move?
I believe so, yeah. I don't think they move very fast. I think they find an ideal place and stay put for a very long time.
Oh, wow. I wonder how they move. Are they like tumbleweeds in the current, or do they just kind of crawl?
Okay, we'll come
So
wide, please.
yeah, they'll have little, they'll be able to move with the tube feet on the base of the central disc.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Thank you.
Do my best.
Chris saw an urchin. I think we missed on that. Ooh, look at that star. Oops.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Can
whoa.
we,
Double arrow.
It's a
quick,
different
back up.
shape.
Greta's just madly
Yeah,
tapping the
like-
screen. There's all kinds of stuff coming up.
Like crazy.
It's just below to the left.
Yeah, Roger. Yep. I definitely saw the arrows there.
Doesn't matter what is
It's kinda
pointing
like
at it, just go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll zoom in, please.
Well, there's got to be something there now. Ooh, what are you? You're so cute.
Wow.
You got any more zoom there?
Sunstar.
Oh,
But I don't, I'm trying to find what
Tiny
group
associate
that
squat
is.
lobster.
I can't hear Max again.
Yeah.
you're whispering.
So faint.
Ah,
Tell us
I
about.
stopped
I
before
mean, he'd
talking
tell
to
us
you.
about
Yeah,
brachiopods.
just
What-
talking
Yeah,
bracket.
that's the only thing I can
I
hear.
was just going off about brachiopods again. So.
Okay, we'll come
A
wide,
sun
please.
No, there's a tiny associate squat lobster.
Yeah.
I said.
Peeking out.
Over there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So cute.
So is this the kind of sunstar you would see in shallower water too, or?
So maybe Asthenactus might be
I've never seen a similar star in shallower water.
No.
Nope,
What
never.
is this? Sea cucumber?
Can you zoom in, please?
Give us your many cursors.
I'm guessing sponge.
Sponge.
No, you are right. I think maybe it is a sea
Wow.
cucumber.
That does not look real.
That
This
is
is the
a sea
first one we
cucumber.
see.
Yeah.
The
I've
colors
seen
are
it.
so
I think
pretty.
we've seen a few of these around. We just haven't stopped to look
Okay.
at them. Yeah.
We
Quite
just
possibly
didn't
a
focus on them.
synallactid, but I do not know which one.
Okay, we'll come wide, please.
So Jeff, you saw other sea cucumbers during this dive? Josh, sorry.
And I've still got my heading.
Yeah,
matching
I think
the
you
move,
did.
So.
Okay.
Because I totally
I
missed them.
have
Don't
missed
worry.
them, so been looking at other things. Oh, very cool. Can we zoom on that coral right there? The very sparsely branched one.
Go zoom in, please.
This is probably a bamboo.
Yeah, well, if you got any more, do more zoom.
Oh, maybe not. Yep, agrees this is, Asako agrees this is a bamboo. Okay, we can zoom out.
Come wide, please.
Primnoid on the right there.
We can do another step.
Black coral on the bottom, little bathypathes. These pillars really are amazing.
Yeah, they keep going. Maybe it would be worth to try and take a piece from the actual pillar, because I don't think that could be made by the crust or mudstone that we tried to break down earlier, or they wouldn't be in place like they are. But it's also very challenging to find
it's
a way to take a piece of pillar.
Fish on the left. Bottom
oh
left.
yeah, right down there. Another rat tail.
Zoom in, please.
Really tall dorsal. In many ways looks like Coryphonoides, but
Can their eyes rotate in the socket?
yeah,
They're
isn't
going
that
like different
amazing?
directions.
Yeah.
Really close to the rock here. Get back up on the zoom in just a bit.
Okay.
All right, we'll come wide, please.
Yep, that's great. That's guess the vase sponge back there was Dictyalis, according to Chris Kelly.
Another beautiful basket star.
Yeah, basket star out there.
Urchin.
Mm-hmm. Can we zoom really quickly on that sponge that we were right there close to?
Yeah, the more
That
white one or the
yeah, the
okay.
white one. Probably Regadrella.
We'll zoom in, please.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, come wide.
The shrimp, you can see the shrimp.
Yep, you
very
can see
well,
the
this one.
darker white. I think that's the shrimp on the inside.
So, is there one shrimp or two shrimp?
Usually
Typically.
two.
Oh, interesting. Oh, Max, so you got a shout out from one of our viewers.
Let's look at the yellow coral right there.
your old boss, Aaron, is rooting for you. They said that you taught him they taught you everything to know about brachiopods.
Zoom in, please.
There you go. Aaron was my boss when I was a campus tour guide, so unfortunately no brachiopods in my college campus.
You're falling down in your job there.
Yeah, I guess so.
You need to set up a brachiopod aquarium.
Zoom in some more, please.
Do brachiopods live in shallow water too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're more common in the deep, though, I think.
They were so common 2 dives ago.
Just so
There
many.
were just dozens of them on the walls.
Also, the last dive, they were pretty common.
Did we end up getting a sample?
Come wide, please. The shell's kind of.
Yeah, it got,
we
it
didn't
got
get-
quite
couldn't get
smashed.
one? Yeah.
We found those pieces in the hose there yesterday.
Yeah. Like hollow eggs.
You see them in BC all the time. You can see them diving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see them like tide pools though, or something? Or are
Maybe
they
not
more
tide
like-
pools. He's
yeah.
more like a little deeper than that.
Is that?
That's something really big
Sorry,
and
Mensa?
upper.
What'd you say?
Some wood?
Oh, this down on the bottom there?
No,
Oh.
Oh, up ahead.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a huge.
Oh, no,
Wow,
this
nice
looks more
balancing.
like, I mean, this could be
That's
wood or it could
crazy.
also be the vertebrae of a whale. Or not vertebrae, rib.
Rib?
A rib?
Can we zoom in on the end of it, please?
Sure.
It's probably more likely wood.
We'll zoom in, please.
How did it get there?
This is like a
Perfect spot for
coconut.
wood.
yeah,
is that?
cool.
Yeah.
like, what was the chance
Definitely
they
would.
fall on that columnar rock
Yeah.
in that position?
Isn't that crazy?
What is on it?
We've seen a great deal of wood here in the dives we've done in Palau.
Go come wide, please.
Of course, there's a tremendous amount of source of wood from these tropical islands. And yesterday we actually collected a piece of that wood that had an amazing colonization by brittle stars and squat lobsters, some sort of little sponge, shipworms that bore into the wood. Now there's a basket star that's not on a sponge or a
top of it.
coral.
On top of this pinnacle.
Oh, wow. It's almost the end of our shift.
Yes.
I know. This is so much fun.
Like 4 a.m.-ish. Yep, another One more, yeah.
Oh, sponge. Hey, Jake. If you can hear me, if we can get a zoom on that sponge on the right.
What was that? Did you say something, Jeff?
Yeah, if you can just sort of rotate to the right, there's a small stalked sponge. If we could get a right, yeah, if we could get a zoom on that.
Yeah, roger. Yep. I can push in there. Pull us some. Oh yeah.
Do you want me to zoom out? Or
It's all right.
okay.
Okay, you can come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they open when you secure hydraulics.
Mic check, mic check.
090. Sure thing.
Oh, there's an urchin.
Urchin.
Yeah, it was really little. I was like, what's that? This rock is really weird looking. Oh, is it raining?
It's raining pretty hard.
Oh, wow.
You know why?
Why?
Because they made the word of the day ul, which is rain.
Oh, and what was the proverb on the board?
The what?
There was like a proverb written?
Yeah. Elsie, did you write the proverb on the board?
Okay, to be fair, it was raining this morning, so I feel that the forecast would have remained the same either way. So the proverb that uses the word rain is Aungin mredra wa ul al malamdem dadab. So it basically means a good leader is like a rain that calms the seas, like a squall that comes and calms rough seas.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, I appreciate that proverb.
I also ran inside to beat the rain, so.
All right. If you're just joining us, we are just getting settled in for this watch change. Welcome to the 12 to 4. My name is Blodak Kichocho, and I am the Science Communication Fellow for this watch.
Oh yeah, let's look at that.
Okay.
And I am going to pass it to my right.
Thanks, Blodak. Ali, aloha, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel Wagner, sitting in as watch lead here, sailing as expedition lead. So glad you can all join us. And I'll keep passing it along.
Thanks, Dan. Ali, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elsie Talay, and I'm the assisting scientist on the 12 to 4 watch today. And I will be passing it to a really awesome data logger on my right.
Okay, come on.
Good morning, Ali. My name is May Lubetkin, and I am the really awesome data logger on this watch and the science manager on the ship. And I will be passing it right in front of me to the sometimes nudibranch.
Hi, I'm the sometimes nudibranch, the midnight nudibranch, if you will. Megan Putz, sitting in the nav seat.
My name is Jake Bonney. I am sitting in the Herc seat for